Yahuah, even hearing it sounds powerful, right? This name, a bit of a mystery and something people discuss a lot, has a really interesting story. It all starts with what it means. He brings into existence, think about that, a name that talks about creation, about everything being made. Yahuah comes from ancient Hebrew, a language where every letter has a deep meaning. It's not just a label for God, it tells us something about who he is. This isn't a God from a storybook, but the source of everything. This link between the name and what it means is really strong. That's why God's name has been so important, talked about, and even a little scary throughout history. It's a name that deserves respect, a name that reminds us of God. So how do we get from Yahuah to the words God or Lord that we use more often? We have to go back to the old Hebrew writings and a four-letter word that's super important, Yahuah. This is the Tetragrammaton, the most holy name for God in Judaism. See, ancient Hebrew didn't write down all the vowel sounds, so why did H became a name you only said when you were being very respectful? People often used Adonai, Lord, instead, so they didn't say, why say Yah out loud? As time went on, nobody knew exactly how to pronounce Yahuah anymore. Even though it was a mystery, the power of YHWH was important in Jewish history. It represented the God who freed the slaves, who made agreements with people, who talked to prophets. It was a name whispered because people were in awe and a little afraid, a name that meant God was there, even without knowing exactly how to say it. YHWH was still a big part of Jewish beliefs and traditions. It was in prayers, blessings, and holy books, always reminding people of God's power. The name, no matter how you said it, brought comfort, guidance, and hope. Section 4, challenges to pronunciation. So where does Yahuah fit in? Over time, smart people who study religion and language tried to figure out the missing vowel sounds in YHWH. This led to different ways of saying it. Yahweh became pretty common. But Yahuah also showed up based on studying the language and history. But not everyone agrees about Yahuah. Some scholars say we just don't know enough to be sure how people said YHWH a long time ago. Others think we should respect the mystery and not try to say it at all, like the old tradition. Section 5. Arguments for Yahuah. Even with these different opinions, people still use Yahuah because they want to connect with God's name in a personal way. People who like using Yahuah say it's closer to the original Hebrew and shows respect for the old ways. For many, Yahuah isn't just about being correct, it's about feeling closer to their spiritual history. It's about saying the name that for them shows God's power, love, and mystery. Section 6, the name's enduring power. All the discussion about God's name, whether it's YHWH, Yahweh, or Yahuah, shows us something important. We want to understand and be closer to God. It shows how powerful names are. They have meaning, they make us feel awe, and they shape how we see the world. In the end, we might never know for sure the right way to pronounce it. But what really matters is the respect and love we have for God, no matter what name we use. The story of Yahuah reminds us that God is always there, waiting for us to find him in our hearts and in our faith.